Hello once again, everybody. This is High Lord Tamerlane with another Obscurity in Miniature. Today, we are going to look at a Malifaux Dawn Serpent. As you can see, he is a big dragon. A very Asian-themed dragon. A very skinny, wiggly Asian-themed dragon with lots of little fiddly bits, it looks like, that we're going to have to deal with. Let us examine what is in there. A piece of foam. The usual go to Weird's website. I don't want to do that. Card. I'm going to guess 40mm base. I was right. So hopefully the base is there. And is there a figure? I guess that's it. Wow. It's almost come on levels of empty wasted space. So big honkin' box, one sprue. As you can see, so it looks like the body itself is one individual piece. We've got the little nubs to put the arms, or the legs, I guess I should say. We've got the mane. I'm guessing these two snap together if they want to stay in focus. Each of the individual limbs. I'm assuming that's the top of the head or the bottom of the mouth. I don't know. One or the other. We'll figure it out. All in good time. The end of the tail. And the two whiskers. Now, I guess if you ever check Weird's website, that might be helpful. But in my experiences, it's not as useful as it needs to be. I honestly wish when they have these photos on the back that kind of show the model example, I really wish that they would just kind of put the part and number directions everywhere and just leave it at that. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. How many pieces is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 pieces, it looks like, if I counted correctly, but I might not have, so who cares? But this should not pose too much of an issue to put together. Shall we find out? I think we shall. I'm going to grab some clippers, snap this thing together, hopefully without a lot of copious swearing and gluing of my fingers together, and we'll see what it looks like, okay? I'll be back in a moment. Okay, well, we've got our Dawn Serpent all put together. And for the most part, it was really simple. We had actually like kind of guide points where the legs are supposed to glue on. I didn't think there was a nice sturdy connection point for his tail. I know I'm going to clean it up, so I don't need to be pointing out how obvious all the cuts and scrapes and all that crap is. I have no idea if I got his whiskers on correctly. The mouth wasn't too hard, so the way the head attaches to the body, we have the neck itself just kind of plugs in, and then there were spots for the mane to kind of attach over it, and then you just had the mouth go right on top of that. I don't know if we can get the detail in there so you can see his tiny little eye. And the top of the head there. I know it's a mess. I'll clean it up, everybody. So, this leg, where are you? This leg right here was actually already attached to the body, molded on there. I have no stinking clue how this thing is actually supposed to get mounted on a base. I really have no idea. There's his base. Kind of like that, I guess. I have to like hold it in place here. So how does he compare to any other normal size human? So here is my Malifaux lone swordsman. My perennial swordsman who just has to always constantly hang out in these videos. So I guess, you know, the dragon itself, I guess, is kind of lengthy. He's not a dragon, he's a serpent. Sorry. And I'm assuming he's a 10 Thunders. Is he 10 Thunders? Yeah, he's 10 Thunders. Which doesn't surprise me in the least. I'm hoping that with 3rd edition right around the corner that I can possibly use all of these random Asian-themed monsters. They're all 10 Thunders anyway, so I might be able to run some kind of a crew. Maybe with Misaki. I don't know. So we'll figure out how to stand that up. But you know what? I thought, what does it look like compared to the big, what is it, the Shadow Emissary? Now, I'm going to apologize in advance, because usually I have painted figures whenever I do these videos, but nope. My dragon is not painted yet, because I could not decide how I wanted to get it done. Now, the Shadow Emissary, if that's what he is, and I'm going to call him that just because, is quite the large, wiggly figure. I mean, this guy was, yeah. Can't even fit him on the screen all the way. You got to get a better sense of scale. mommy and baby, maybe? I don't know. Don't speak to me or my son ever again. So just to give you a sense of scale with this guy, I mean, it's probably about the size of a human. I think for what you get, it was kind of overpriced because for the cost of this model kit, it's roughly the same as something like the Monster Hunters, who you should be getting at least 2 of, hopefully 3 like I got, or some of the other sets. I don't have any other Malifaux figures laying around over here. This guy, I want to say most of the individual Malifaux figures, despite their ugly eyes painted on, tend to run probably less than $10 if you look around carefully online. I don't know about actually in shops because I never seem to find any. This guy was probably at least 12 or 13 minimum, but I've had him a while and I think I probably picked him up at an auction. So I may not be the best critic of suggested MSRPs. Yeah. So interesting looking dragon, interesting shape, interesting challenge as to how in the world he's going to end up based. So hopefully once I figure that out and get him started painting, we will see that show up. That was the Dawn Serpent, and I hope to use this in future games of Sengoku Monster Hunter, or possibly Shadows of Brimstone Forbidden Fortress, or dare I say it, Malifaux itself. I've always been a big fan of Asian and Japanese themed monsters, so this was an insta-purchase for me. Hopefully we'll be able to give it a decent paint job. And with that, this has been High Lord Tamerlane's Obscurities and Miniatures, saying bye-bye.